unusual couple, you know?
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
Heavenly shades of night are falling. It's twilight time.
Wanda and Vision, aren't we a five pair?
Our story.
I think what my wife means to say is that we moved from...
Moved from where? Married when? Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Wanda, can you read me? Can you read me? Wanda, can you read me? Who's doing this to you?
Are you here to help us?
Deep in the dark, darkest spilled blue.
Is this really happening?
Like days of old.
We just don't know what to expect.
What's up, people? Welcome to the show. I see I'm a little choppy, but it's okay for now. Welcome another episode of WandaVision RoundTable. We had a great episode for you guys to talk about today. But first, we're going to go around the panel so you guys can talk about your channels. Danny, tell the people about your channel. Comment, chat, you go next, and I'm going to come out and come back in.
Hey, I'm Danny, aka Comet Chat. Glad to be back on another episode of WandaVision Roundtable. It's going to be a very interesting discussion. I'm ready for it. Tomorrow, if you catch my show at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Chatt Conversation, we'll be doing the top 5 live action superhero shows. So anything that fit that description, please come by if you get a time, catch it. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Chaotic Conversation. Thanks.
I guess you meant Comics Division, because if not, Danny goes twice.
Ah, shit. Yeah, my bad.
It's all good, dude. Hey, everybody on Comics Division. I actually put out a video this week. It's amazing.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, I saw your comments, dude. I thought they're pretty funny. Yeah, you can follow me on Minds as well as Twitter at Comics Division, and you can watch my wacky antics on my YouTube channel, which is Comics Division.
Yes, sir. And like you guys said, check out his channel. He has a great channel. I seem to be frozen again, so I'm going to reset my PC. You guys do your intros, go in order. Daishka, Chris, JJ, and I'll be right back. God damn it.
He called it a PC.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Clip it. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Fake news.
I take it he's using a Mac.
Yes.
Hey, we can't hear you guys, Scar.
Oh.
Next.
And he uses a Mac too. Yeah.
It's the Mac attack,
aren't you, man?
It's the Mac attack. I'm sorry, man.
Look out, old Mac is back. No.
Still no audio, dude.
Oh, no luck. Nothing.
Check your settings, man. Make sure.
Do you have a mute button?
Yours is using the right audio device.
That too.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
There we go.
Yes.
Mute button.
I think Agatha. Yeah, you can find me here. You can find me there. You can find me on Chaos Central. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Go ahead, JJ. Since we'll just go in the.
Well, he went all short and sweet with it. I was waiting for a little bit more than that. I was like, okay.
Made you guys wait enough already.
All right. What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JJ. You can find me a little bit of everywhere. You can find me on the Real Review 3000. You can find me here on Big Afford Entertainment. Tonight, you can find me on Honstar's channel. Mondays, you can find me on my channel doing a weekly live stream called Randomness at its Finest. Then back here on Bigger Forward Entertainment for the Chaos List on Tuesday, and then back over on the Real Review 3000 sometimes for the Weekly Rumble, and also on Twitter, where sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Come check it out. Great to see everyone. How y'all doing?
Doing good, JJ. Doing much better.
Awesome.
Movie aficionado, you are next.
Oh God, I love everybody 3000. It's Movie Aficionados on Facebook and on YouTube. On Facebook, we got over 6,000 people in there talking about movies, reviews, news. And on my YouTube, I've been doing videos frequently. Today, I actually have one about WandaVision, a couple of theory things, and I'm excited to be here today. And yeah, thank you.
No
I guess
problem.
I'll go now, or I can wait till the end.
No, you can go.
I didn't go because it was flipped around, and so I just let people go in the order.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chris Knight, Real Review 3000. Right here is my Twitter. Chaos Central. You know, that's basically the long and short of it. Lots of different streams. Make sure again, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, you turn into Chaos Central for on Mondays the Chaotic Conversation, on Tuesdays the Chaos List, and on Wednesday the Rule of Three with the side of the Tabasco. And that's all.
DJ, you are up.
Okay, I'm not Chris Knight. We're all happy for that one.
Probably
him. And you can find me over on my channel, Ldg Odyssey. I do random stuff. If you like Doctor Who, I did a 2-hour stream earlier today about it, and I appear on other people's streams that allow me up for some strange reason.
Great. Good to have you once again. LDG, you are up, my friend.
What's going on, everybody? LDG here of LDG Pixels and Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica. Hit me up on my support channel, LDG Pixels, where you have any issues with your computer or Mac, can't find your mute button. I'm here to help you. And on my entertainment channel, Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica, that's right. When nerding out and geeking out is a turn on. It's not porn, it's Nerdrotica, hitting us up with the waiting room, the stream between the streams, your YouTube guide for when your YouTube bell doesn't tell you who the hell's what's going on. I would like to do open parties, open panels, chit chat, and currently WandaVision watch parties and Married with Children watch parties on Saturday. Thank you very much for having me, guys. Ready for tonight's lovely show.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure
Get that button ready. He came on my stream and I was ready for it.
Yo, he
was
nailed that shit, man. He didn't even get the clip started and he was gone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That just comes from years of experience. That comes from years of experience on radio with the dump button. I mean,
I will follow suit. Trust me on that.
Good.
Last but not least, Positive Candor. You are up, my friend. Tell the people about your channel.
Hello, Positive Candor here. YouTube at Positive Candor and Twitter at Positive Candor. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start a review of For All Mankind pretty soon, since season 2 just started on Apple TV. So I'll probably, if anybody wants to join me for that, let me know. But they show episodes every Friday. So episode 2 of season 2 will be this coming Friday. So I'll probably try to do it sometime before then. But yeah, just let me know.
No problem. Great to know about that. Anybody wants to jump on, he's there for that. So we're gonna get into the show. I don't know why the hell my PC is acting. Well, my Mac is acting up. It's ever since LDG fixed up the OBS. Ever since he messed up, helped me with the OBS, the shit's been running slow. So it is what it is.
Yeah, he fixed it all right.
You're damn right he did. He's like, oh, you got a Mac, eh? All right, so here's what you have to do. Now he's like, you see, don't get a Mac. I know you sabotaged me, bro. It's all good. So we're gonna get into our first impressions of this episode. Danny Graham, of course, will start it off. Danny, what did you think?
Kind of like I had last week. It was okay. Learned a lot of stuff. The end part of it was much better to me than the beginning part of it. So it was okay. It wasn't definitely nothing like the first 3. Still got me interested. Their second part seems much of the episode seems to be much better than the first part. So as long as they keep that going, then I'm cool with it, and I'm ready to see the next 2 episodes.
Excellent, excellent. Comic, what did you think? What are your first impressions?
Despite probably having one of my most favorite moments in the entire series, this is my least favorite episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good.
Can't wait to hear. Can't wait to hear that. Guys,
I am shocked.
Well, I gotta have to second Comics' opinion. Me too. I think it was not one of the strongest episodes throughout all of them right now.
Too bad to back.
Yeah, right? it was. I mean, it was all right, but
I can't believe it.
it's just, if it wasn't for the last couple of minutes of the show, I would not enjoy it at all.
All right,
Yeah.
Mr. Knight.
Good night.
I kind of go with them on this. It was
Wow.
good. It just seemed like it was way too overdone the way they did it. I mean, we kind of knew a lot of this stuff. It's just I don't know.
Oh shit! Sorry.
No. It's gonna come. It came across. No, listen.
Sorry.
Honest to God, it came across like LDG is going to come across most of this episode like a pompous ass. Like they pushed it. Like lucky, you didn't know we were going to do this. It's like that's why later on we'll talk about it. But that's why what LDG is going to say throughout this whole stream, I don't think is really what's going on.
Thank you for that, Chris. Do appreciate it. Don't worry, Phantom Zone is ready. JJ, what do you think? What are you thinking, JJ?
Actually, I'm agreeing with everybody else. It wasn't the best episode, but it wasn't that bad. It definitely wasn't fire like episodes 4 and 5 were. But it's I believe this episode was, we've seen it in The Mandalorian both seasons. I believe this was their fluff episode. Just the BS episode, just to kind of lead into the filler. Thank you. But it wasn't a bad episode by no means, like the first 3 were. But because to me now the show is actually watchable. But yeah, there wasn't much I disliked about it. The whole episode was okay. Wasn't great, but it was okay. But it's only entertainment. LDG. So yeah, you ain't got to dig too deep into it. So.
Oh my God, he was looking at the little thing they had on the wall. I was like, no, that looks like a frog. No, it's a lobster. It's a frog. It's lobster. Yeah, to the point last night I was like, I can't take this shit anymore, and I just bounced. I
know that. I know that, man. He's going through scene by scene. What's this? Dude, it's a fucking TV show. Treat it as such. It's not a quiz show.
It's all right, guys. He's only 33% so far right. And I'm pretty sure that what they do in the next 2 episodes will take some of that apart. And he has set himself up for such a crucifixion on this show if he is not absolutely 100% right.
Well, actually, at this point, Chris, it's just like a coin, man. He's got a 50-50 chance now to find out how they reveal this and how the story plays out. Either A, he was right, or either B, he was wrong. So we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, that noose, that rope is far long enough to hang him.
He's got enough of it. Trust me.
Movie, Josh, tell the people about the channel, sir.
Oh, I'll tell them about the channel. I'll tell them about the episode.
Impression. First impression. Jeez, yeah, my bad.
It's all good.
Rewound. It was Agatha.
I'm going to do what I do. It was Agatha. I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to be a contrarian and just be like, disagree with everybody here. There's about 25% that I'll give you. That was really, really bad. That was a weird juxtaposition between the other 75%, which is great, and a lot of good things. And there are a lot of things, Chris, I disagree with you, that I picked up on that are going to be important to these next 2 episodes. And overall, other than the B story with Vision and Darcy, that I liked the episode a lot.
Excellent. Deej, first impressions.
First impressions. Well, I gotta go with the majority here. It was lacking in the first half. The only good parts was basically Darcy and her outfit. Second half.
I second that.
Good.
Oh, Rambo didn't look too bad either, though.
No, but Darcy was looking really good in that outfit of hers.
It was tight like a tiger.
Me and Danny both at the same time, cause
Darcy got a butt.
So
y'all mostly can't see if y'all ain't. Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing till it's my turn.
All right.
All right, and LDG first impressions.
I thought this episode, yeah, it might have swiveled a little bit as far as if you were looking for like a lot of action, like going all the way through. But it did reveal a lot from going into Vision waking up, meeting Darcy. The whole thing with the family, the commercial revealed a huge couple hints that we'll get into later. I loved that commercial. That Reality Stone commercial was the best so far. Maybe it revealed, or maybe it was a Reality Stone.
We'll get into that later, though.
Okay, we'll get into that later. What's going on with the kids? I did like the scene with, obviously with Monica getting her powers and finding out that this time she went through. She wasn't under control, even though Darcy was. And then the ending was absolutely, utterly the best.
Just doesn't quite say it.
Later.
Alzo was quick on the draw.
There will be none of that on this episode until the last episode. You're completely right. There'll be none of that, brother.
Okay.
In my mind, I can see Alzo stand up like the kingpin. I'm an outlaw. Quick on the draw.
So
your ass just died. That fight was over. Man, that was sweet.
So besides being confirmed that not only, like I said, the reveal was that she was Agatha, right? Now we all knew that, right? Even Chris knew that, and he's slow to catch up sometimes. But it was
Listen, I'm not as slow as your mouth is, and not realizing that you're partially wrong still. So just settle down there, kid.
Listen, I stopped that fast.
Kick him anyways. He started to play it. Kick him.
No, he got away. He got away there. You lucky. I'm trying to read
like I said, not only did they reveal it was Agatha, but they revealed that Agatha was behind it all. There was 2 super huge reveals. Now, the second reveal that she was behind everything, that is what got my ego all pushing, because that was my prediction, that she was in charge of all those scenes. And not only the scenes that you saw, but if you look at it mathematically, if she was controlling Quicksilver, right, and she was caught directing Vision, that means that whole episode was her fault. She was the one who wanted to expand the bubble. Like, so many more things point to her being in control and manipulating the situation to get what she wants. I thought that was awesome. The last scene at the end, I don't know what to think about it, because all it showed was what Monica, getting some purple eyes. But what's the first thing she does? She turns with complete will control power and talks to Quicksilver. So that purple eye thing, I still don't know if does that mean you're under control, or does that mean you're under the influence? Because it just didn't make sense. If it was under control, why would she have free will after her eyes turned purple?
Was that an after credit scene? Because I don't remember seeing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an after credit scene. We got our first after credit scene.
Gotcha.
Which makes sense too. And I know some people were pissed off. Why didn't we get after credit scenes? And I was like, well, very simple. TV shows didn't have after credit scenes or movies until about this time period. So it kind of makes sense how they would hold off on it. But I did enjoy the fact that she even made her own intro from the Munsters. Just kind of like overriding. You thought you were watching one show, but guess what? You're really watching another one too. There was a few reveals in the whole
First impressions. We'll not talk about the whole damn episode.
First impressions.
Yeah, I waited for mine too.
Who's slow to catch on? Who's slow to catch on?
I learned, and I didn't go off this week.
You will have your time, my friend.
I'm done. I'm good. Got there.
Positive candor. First impressions.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay episode. Everybody on the internet knew what was going to happen in this episode. and that's all I'll say for now.
Alrighty. My first impressions were, I guess I'll go with all of you guys. I mean, it wasn't the best episode. I didn't hate it. It was good, you know. And when that song came up at the end, I was like, motherfucker. That was my first thought that came to my mind. You watch my live stream, I'm like, motherfucker. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, I ain't going to hear the end of it.
Even though I don't even know who the character is, we've all been talking about this since what, episode 2, episode 3?
Yes. We all knew it was her, but right now, LDG is kind of right. Right now, kind of like Chris said, 33%. Yeah, 33% correct. Right. So for the time being, he's okay.
Hey, bro. With that being said, yeah, LDG is somewhat right most of the time, but he's not right all the time.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. That's why I'm saying. Hopefully,
I agree with that too. And that's why I named my tweet, a broken clock might be only right twice a day, but it's damn well satisfying when you look down and you catch it at the right time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you're absolutely right.
Not 100%. And that's
the problem.
We don't
know yet. We got 2 episodes left.
I know. I mean, yeah. And hey, I'll have to eat crow if I'm wrong.
Hey, Chris. What tastes better? That salt you're pushing or the sweet and sour sauce?
I have no clue what you're talking about because
nor do I.
I haven't. I just gotta say this. I haven't watched all the episodes yet, so I don't pretend to think that I'm right about anything.
You've been on the
yet.
round table and haven't watched all the episodes yet? Come on.
No.
There's 2 left.
All the episodes. They're all shot. You just haven't seen them all. So and now you're here saying you know. So that's the problem.
You know, because we don't know yet, I'm still, I don't know about the rest of us, but as far as LDG goes, I'm still willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because trust me, this man looks through damn near every frame of the episodes and picks out all this shit that a lot of us are missing, you know, or he might be just being.
And I hear you, JJ, but fuck that. I am not giving him no credit until the last fucking episode, until I know for 100% sure it's right. Until then,
no. I'm not saying I'm doing
JJ, I appreciate the shout out.
I
appreciate it.
Benefit of the doubt. That's all.
No, I feel you.
But this isn't about right or wrong. This is egos you're hearing right now. Everybody hates to give me even the smallest P of the
No. I told you. Listen, you are 33% right. You had 3 different theories. And you don't even know if that first part is all correct. It's like saying, I know the first third of a test, but until the test is complete, or you know the first third of a book, it doesn't mean you know the conclusion of the book. So you are still in the analysis stage of this. You're still in the testing your theory. It is not science fact yet. It is still science theory.
And with that, we will get on to what we liked about this episode. So, Danny, talk about what you liked about the episode.
Ooh, I liked a couple things. I definitely liked that ending. The Monsters is one of my favorite TV shows. It's about the only theme of that gut that I like. And when they did Agatha, they was busting it down, and I was like, damn, that's all right. And what I really liked was Monica Rambeau, because when she came out of that suit, she walked in that front yard, and I was like, this song came to my mind. I was like, damn.
They only talk to her because she looks like a total prostitute, okay? I mean, her butt is just so big.
Yeah, I like that's the song that came to my mind.
There's a match.
That was the exact song that came to my mind when I saw that uniform. I was like, "Good God,
Amen.
Please
Amen.
come save me." I like the fact how she became Captain Marvel like that, because I did not see that coming. I don't know, because in the comic books,
how could you not see that coming, man?
Yeah,
I didn't think.
It's
I'm talking about
Monica.
right here how it did, because in the comic books, she didn't get it nothing like that. So
yeah, well, they're changing stuff.
Well, when I realized once she got out that truck or whatever, and she was doing all that trying to face, I said, yeah, okay, she's gonna become Cat Marvel. I saw it then, but I didn't see it coming before then. But I kind of had a hint when they were saying it's slowly changing your DNA and your cells. I said, okay, that's how they're gonna do it. But didn't know whether or not Kevin Feige was gonna pull the trigger. But that's the part I like.
Not technically Captain Marvel though. She became Spectrum.
Well,
yeah, and that I agree because her powers when she came out, being able to see the electromagnetic spectrum, that matches Spectrum's abilities.
Well, she's been 3 different characters in the comic book, right? She's been Captain Marvel, she's been Spectrum, and was it Proton or some shit like that?
Miss Marvel, wasn't it? Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, so that's when I gravitate to, because the suit kind of fits that color scheme of Miss Marvel, the kind of white and the dark, and then that sword. I think that's the emblem on her uniform in the comic books.
But it's not,
no, that fits her Captain Marvel outfit.
Yeah,
it's not.
I think it's the Captain Marvel, but yeah.
The Miss Marvel.
Yeah, because Miss Marvel is going to be a separate show that's going to be coming out in another year or so.
That's Kamala Khan. She has
You know what, though, Danny?
Reed Richards powers.
Yeah,
I think you'll agree with me when she had that Wanda moment when Wanda slammed her down and she had that hero pose when she hit the ground. She fucking nailed it. She fucking nailed it.
Yeah,
that was 10 out of 10.
I'm like, you stole that from Iron Man. That's Iron Man and Iron Man 2.
I think every superhero landing.
I was just about to say that. Yeah,
Superman took that. I think. Hell, Neo took it.
Hold on a second. Hell, I'm sorry, Danny. Real quick, if you don't mind. LDG, are you doing a stream anytime soon?
Yep. What kind of stream?
I don't know.
Maybe
He's been asking you. He was asking you on the wrap up and also here. He's wanting to know what time your stream was, and I wasn't aware of one.
Well, it's up to Anzo and a few other people. Yvette was talking about maybe doing a Nerdgasm tonight. If not, then I'll be definitely doing a stream tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Absolutely.
What time if you're doing it tonight? Midnight?
About midnight, just after midnight, around that time.
Yeah, Eastern.
No, Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, sorry, Danny.
Yeah,
Yep.
no problem. Cool. Did you finish, Danny, or you got more to say?
I was saying that's really what I like. The ending of it when it could reveal exactly what Agatha did do the whole time. The monsters theme, I kind of gravitate towards that because that was one of my childhood shows I watched. So I like that, and I'm pleased that they're doing the after scene credits. I think they should have done that probably about 2 or 3 episodes ago, but somebody made a good comment that the reason they didn't do after scene credits because in the movie timeline, the after scene credits didn't start till maybe about this timeline. So I can get down with that theory. So other than that, the ending was really what I liked about the whole episode.
Cool. And Comics Division, what did you like?
I thought the ending was the best part of the episode. I mean, it was the only good part of the episode, to be honest with you. There's a few other things I liked about it. Like you can kind of tell the world's unraveling where things kept changing and it kept fluctuating through the different decades. I thought that was pretty cool. I would say probably it's like the last 5 minutes of the episode, which was really good, where you have Wanda wondering where her kids are at, wandering down into the basement and going through this, kind of like creepy indoor labyrinth, which was pretty neat. And then the whole reveal with Agatha was great. That was just super well done.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought it was quite Harry Potterish.
Yeah, it was kind of Harry Potterish. But overall, I love the monsters theme. The way they kind of showed her, kind of screwing with everything was great. I really like that.
Excellent.
Just to throw a spin on that Comic Division. The everything unraveling. Did anybody get why that was happening? Did you make a connection there?
It could either be the fact that Agatha is still screwing with things, or it's the fact that Wanda's just losing it and it's kind of reflecting her mental state.
Again, what did it directly cause? It caused her to want to take a day off so Agatha could take the kids.
There you go.
That was the whole point, to get her to lose it, say, I need a day off, take the kids, and she got the kids. That was the whole point of that.
Right.
Yeah. Gashka, you are
in my opinion.
Like I said, the last part of the episode is what made that episode watchable. I liked certain things about it. I like the little Easter eggs where, like, for example, not Easter eggs, like little things that, like the cereal with the clown, the box with the clowns, making fun of, the the sword agents becoming clowns, and the name of the of the cereal, Sugar Snaps, right? Going back to the snap from Thanos.
Yep.
Yeah. Monica going through the hex was awesome because you got to see multiple types of Monica. So is it that an entry to the multiverse where there's she's splitting off? Is she also a Nexus being because she fought it and got it together and was able to come through, right, with her powers? The Darcy and Vision interaction was pretty cool. What else? The previous on. I don't know if you guys noticed. Every time the previous on, Wanda's tone is different. It keeps getting tired. It's like she's going through fatigue, and this one she was more like depressed, right?
Yeah.
The little interaction with Monica and Wanda, where she fights back and she makes the landing. Wanda's face was like priceless, like going, "Oh shit," type thing, right? And at the end with the magic book, I looked at it like multiple times, and I noticed that there's 2 rings on top and 2 rings at the bottom, and I have a feeling that this signifies the 2 twins. So I have a feeling that is the real Quicksilver from an alternate universe that she needs, as long as the children, to bring either Mephisto, conjure out Mephisto, or some other being into this reality to open up that gateway. So yeah, that's what I think is going to happen next.
Cool. Actually, I switched this up. JJ, you're up.
Can I ask a quick question before you go, JJ?
Yeah.
Does DJ got on a Greatest American Hero?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Yeah, he does. He has the super suit.
Did he have that on the whole night?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
If you pay attention too much, you'll see him actually change in and out of costumes, and it's
that costume, DJ.
The effect of the hex.
You leave it or not?
He's just a mutant now. Watch out.
I could feel so free.
Everybody knows
I
it.
wanted to see if anybody catch on that I changed midstream.
Oh, you
No,
did
I
change
noticed
it.
it. I just didn't say anything.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I'm just too used to it. I'm just.
He had it on the whole time, man. Ain't no way.
Cape and all.
Oh Lord.
Nice. All right, JJ, you're up.
Bravo, Deej. Overall, there's only a few things I really liked about the episode, and Danny's probably gonna get ready to laugh a little bit on it because you know what happened last episode. When Wanda takes the covers off and she's still got her outfit on, it's like, yo, bro, y'all bring it out. Hey, move them covers just an inch. Move the covers just an inch more, man. You know what I'm saying? And then who can deny Darcy's ass? For real. That girl got a butt, okay? And I was all up in that. I was like, yeah, okay. Y'all can show more of that. But the interviewing part of it, didn't care for it too much. Like I said, this was the filler episode. And that's all I can really do is just compliment the women. Even now Agatha, she played the part beautifully, from what I've been understanding of the character anyway. And yeah, Monica looks good in that suit too. And it's even better that she's got some powers now because it's like she was wanting to kick some ass, but she's really trying not to. But I'm hoping that'll be revealed in some greater fashion. But yeah, that's about it. The women of the episode were outstanding. Even Wanda, but that's all about where I'm at.
It's funny because when you said the whole Darcy's ass thing, I said it when I was watching it, and then when my wife said it, my daughter told my wife what I said. And when she watched it, when she got home, she goes, Vision's ass is pretty good too, And I'm like, oh, all right.
That's how you know you're in a good relationship. It's like smack. It's like they're not.
Hey, me and my ex-wife were like that. We'd be sitting there watching TV, and it just sometimes it would slip out. Like, damn,
that vibranium ass, man.
And then you see something with like Fabio or some shit on the fucking TV. This is a while back. That's why I said the name. And she'd be like, "Oh, he looks good too." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't complain."
I think Monica's looked better, and Darcy, I liked her better when she was in that little sitcom.
Two Broke Girls?
Yeah. Right to
that waitress
No, she was
outfit
great in Two Broke Girls.
Yeah,
Hey,
she was.
that waitress outfit was just worth watching the show.
Oh yeah,
No, I
Damn
don't know.
right.
It was just the idea. Chained up Darcy. Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, nice.
I see a pattern developing on this show.
You know, Chris, you're up.
I can no longer be
First
called
off,
a dirty old man.
First off, let's just put it this way. He talks about tying people up and chaining people up, and he wears costumes. Do I need to say anything more?
No, you really don't. Says a lot.
What did I like? The ending. Yeah, I thought it was really cool how they did it. I saw a couple things in there that, I don't know. I think the problem I have here is that I don't know the interview parts. I guess it was the TV show they were structuring it after. I didn't like that type of TV show. I don't like how they used it in this. It's just, and then when you got Vision sitting there going, why am I even talking to you? It's like, it's that reality TV whole thing. I'm not into reality TV. I don't like reality TV. Why? Because it's not reality. It's really not, which maybe is a kind of cool thing that they're trying to point out, is that reality TV isn't real. Which again could bring up some interesting things that I can bring up later. But it's just all of that. The ending, when they went back to that fun, kitschy, old intros and stuff, I like that. That definitely made it up. I did like the scene underneath the house. I thought it was done pretty well. And yeah, that's about it.
No problem. Josh, what'd you think?
Oh man, what a journey! And it's only 7 episodes. I liked almost everything, and I'm going to save all my theories for later on. I learned, but we'll talk about the mailman, the flowers, the dark hole, blah blah blah. But now, as far as the episode goes, it was genius, man. And Catherine Hahn, she's a genius. I still like her other Marvel supervillain as Olivia Octavius in the Into the Spider-Verse, but yeah, she's just a genius, and I love the fact that she's hamming it up, having fun, and yeah, there's so many things that the show has taught me, and it's definitely to be patient, to focus, not to be driving or playing Magic the Gathering or cleaning or doing any nonsense while I'm watching the episode. You have to focus on the episode because there's things that you're gonna miss, and it's inspired me, man. It's inspired me to go back. I might even go back and watch the Legion series now, because I felt the same way I did with the first 3 episodes of that, where I was like, what the hell is going on, dude? I can't watch this anymore. And I just gave up. This is, I'm glad that the 4th episode, they went balls to the wall and they made me come back so I could experience this great TV experience. And,
so you mean to tell me that a show about make-believe stuff taught you how to focus?
Well, I'm being whatever. I'm generalizing.
Good call, Danny.
I'm fucking with you, man.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, though.
I'm messing with you, man. I mess with you.
No, yeah, I know.
And Danny, we gotta be careful what we say, because we might have a
Oh,
segment on OOC.
No, you guys are good.
Tonight,
You guys are good. Yeah, the show's great. And I lost my train of thought. There was one other thing I was going to say about it. I totally forgot.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's a good episode. Good episode.
Okay.
Real quick.
Yeah, JJ.
I'm gonna echo. I gotta echo something Danny said, because I've said it myself plenty of times. I used to watch this shit just because I like to watch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you motherfuckers got me analyzing this shit now.
Good.
You know what?
You deserve that.
I finally, for the first time last night, I watched Aquaman. Okay? And instead of just sitting back and enjoying the film, or trying to enjoy the entertainment, I was looking at every fucking thing going on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, stop.
Trigonometry is getting to you.
And what'd you think of it?
I liked it.
Okay.
I will say now I remember what I was going to say too. By the way, I'm sorry, JJ. I am also shocked that I have to renounce what I said before. I really love the weekly format for this show specifically. Maybe not The Boys, but for this show, because we have a whole week to talk about it, think about it, go to LDG's green room and argue about it for hours and hours and hours. And I'm happy. If we would have binged it, it would have been like, yeah, of course, it's Agatha. Did you watch all the episodes? You know what I mean? But now we get to analyze it. And yeah.
I'm 100% with you on there. I believe that it's better in the series than it would have been if they put it all out. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Deej, what'd you like?
Let's see what I like. Well, I love the whole ending, how that played out. I getting past the whole beginning part. All right, people, I seen some in the chat saying how we could not like this episode.
It's not that we didn't like it.
It was good. I just couldn't stand that whole stupid.
I didn't care for
talking to the camera crap.
Yeah.
And,
All that.
I just could not handle that talking to the camera crap and laying around in bed. Almost, and then no, that's. But I love the pace of the rest of it. Even though LDG wanted to go off way too much about driving around a damn stoplight. My only big question is...
It was an important clue.
My only question is, if this is the Darkhold, how they're going to play this out, because they dealt with that all in Season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is considered tied into the MCU.
I thought they kind of disavowed it.
Kind of.
No.
50-50.
It still shows... I can't remember where it is.
It was continuity, though, wasn't there?
There's an official Marvel MCU timeline, and it still shows in that.
Yeah,
ironically,
the timeline in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, the only thing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the last season was not really totally connected because of the snap and everything, but they didn't have the information for Endgame, and that's why they had to make it the way they made it. So,
but every other season,
Kevin Feige says that it's not canon to his Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it started off kind of being that way, and then they kind of like,
Even though Agents of Ultron, it was though, like it was important to the story.
Every other season, Age of Ultron.
Or Age of Ultron, yeah.
Every other season, they tied in what happened in a big MCU movie. They talked about the fight and everything else, and they dealt with the whole Darkhold that fourth season. So,
yeah, and that
Hanzo.
And that book that's in Wanda is not the Darkhold that was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a totally different book.
I think it is going to be the Darkhold.
Anzo, you're gonna find this crazy. Remember when we were watching the show over earlier, and you were saying you saw an eye?
Yes.
Was that you? Was that you that said that, or was that Danny?
No, it was me.
Can you make me big real quick, just for quick? Because I've been going through it while I'm figuring. Can you enlarge my image for a quick minute, please?
Yeah.
Image, new image. One moment, and I'm pulling it up right now. Download. I just had to take a snapshot real quick. You're not going to believe this. You were right.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
I don't
transform. Fit. Wait for it. Look at the center.
Right there.
Yeah. Look at the center.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There is a freaking eye there.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Holy crap! Right in the middle.
It looks like
in the middle.
Yeah.
Looks like Jupiter's storm.
It looks like the Millennium Eye, the Yu-Gi-Oh puzzle or whatever.
That is crazy.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I can't put my mouse over it, but what I can do real quick is I can make it bigger. Give me a second.
It could be somebody squeezing a nipple too.
It could be the hex, the static.
You mean that little?
I don't want to be dirty. If you look at it sideways, it could be
right there. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
an eye right there.
Oh,
yeah.
there. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is not coincidence. There's no way that's coincidence.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? He goes through this shit frame by frame.
So you reckon
live? I just saw that.
So it was Anzo that said it, not LDG just went and found it.
Yeah.
So, Deej,
I wasn't looking for it.
Deej, what are your thoughts on the episode, Deej? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My thought in the episode was good. It was, besides hating that stupid talking to the camera crap, everything else was good. Not quite as good as 4 and 5 episodes.
Gotcha.
I think 4 and 5 were definitely peak.
Yeah.
But far superior than first, second, and third.
All right, great. Positive Candor, you are up. What'd you think of this episode?
All right. So you're saving the LDG for last now, huh? Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah. I wish I could save him.
Take the most time.
I wish I could save him until the final episode, but he's here.
He just pushed me off right now. Just for this.
No, yeah. I mean, I liked all the reveals in this episode. And Agatha was just one of them. There's numerous reveals in this. And I guess we'll get into that later. Yeah, I mean, you had the beginning with basically the Office song kind of intro deal, but it was obviously an episode based on Modern Family, pretty for the most part. But then the intro was basically from The Office. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, we'll get into the other stuff later, I'm sure.
Yeah, your theories and stuff like that we get into. LDG, what'd you like?
Man, like I said, I like the episode as a whole.
Like the fact that you were right, I am going to Phantom Zone you real quick. Go ahead.
What else is there left to say? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Y'all saw that coming, right?
Oh yeah.
You can thank Comics Division for that.
Well, he tried walking it back, and
I know he did.
It's like, buddy, you've already paddled that canoe. No! I'm just joking. It's like that guy that smarts off to the big meathead, and he sees the fist like coming, and he's like, "No, I was joking."
I wanted to play a little intro clip when I came on today, where all the shit I had to take from all you guys when before I was proven right of all the hell you guys gave me, telling me I was nuts, I was looking too much into it, I'm crazy, there's nothing there, you're seeing things, and But anyway, did you guys notice, by the way, in the intro, they showed one more calendar that with a date circled with a heart? By the way, just throwing it out there, it was in the intro.
I remember seeing the calendar, but I don't remember having a circle with the heart. But
yeah, Friday the 10th. No, this episode.
Yes,
it was another calendar with another heart circling a date. Friday the 10th. Don't know if it's a big deal. I just thought it was cute how they came back to that. What I liked about the episode, like I said, I really liked the entire episode. I like how they answered a few questions. We finally got to see this person she was waiting to see, this aerospace engineer, which we found out was a call out to a fellow artist who was somehow related with Marvel and fighting injustice and what happened in Germany in the 40s. I enjoyed how they came back with a couple things. So we got to see a repeat of other events that happened, like Vision thinking he released Marcy Darcy and realizing that she's not really released because she likes to sit at a red light for 10 hours to stall Vision. I didn't like when they were doing the interviewing until the end scene when you found out who was behind the camera. It was Agatha. The entire TV show is her. That proved it. That showed that she's in charge of the sitcom TV show. She is the director of the show itself.
Say that until the end of this whole thing.
He can say it. He just might be wrong.
Well, okay,
he could be right.
I just might be wrong, but there's proof in the pudding.
this is my theory still. He's acting like, I know it. It's done. It's not done.
For those of you who can't swallow their ego like Chris Knight, please add the following words to everything I'm about to say.
I can't swallow my ego because my ego is 5 times bigger than yours, but at least I know when I'm wrong.
Obviously, everything I'm saying is my ego, Chris. Okay,
Well, Chris might need some Nexus, man.
Obviously.
Chris might need some Nexus.
I am about to, Comics. Trust me, my finger is right there on the Phantom Zone.
I've got one question though.
What?
If Agatha is completely in charge of everything, she is running the whole show, why would she want Vision to interfere then?
She didn't. She was doing everything in her power to keep Vision away because she was trying to take the kids. This episode was all about her getting the kids.
There is one other thing I like too, by the way.
Sure, go ahead.
Real quick. The license plate, it had Stan Lee's birthday on it. I don't know if anybody caught that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Wanda
that's awesome.
had 12, 28, 22. That's Stan Lee's birthday. Look it up on the Wanda license plate.
Like I said, weaponized autism.
Yes.
never would have picked that up.
Me neither, bro.
So, I mean, like I said, each episode, you basically had Agatha trying to do one particular thing. This one was Agatha getting the kids. She kept Vision away as hard as she could keep Vision away. Every single instance when the guy trying to stop them from driving away, the red light, the electric company, the children passing the witch, it was all to give her the time to do what she needed to do to get the kids, and then at the end, obviously, reveal herself to Wanda and start the ultimate game, whatever that ultimate game is. I did enjoy the special effect. I really did enjoy the commercial with the story of someone that looks like that maybe she lost her kid and she's getting depressed, a big storm coming over the horizon. And then not only that, but realizing that there's this nexus now that they're finally bringing in the nexus to all the other multiverse realities, and that the pill ended in the word side. Where any medicine that ends in the word side, like genocide or amoxicide, is to kill something. It is to kill something in your body or in whatchamacallit. So that was a great clue too. Like, what is this? How is this, now that we have all the stones, how is this going to link into the multiverse? And then we had the reveal of this special book, which I know a lot of people are calling the Darkhold right now, but it doesn't look like the Darkhold. It doesn't even resemble the Darkhold in any way, especially with that energetic matter coming out of it, that energy field coming out of it. Maybe that has something to do with entering the Nexus.
Can I mention something really quick? Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
How is this person who claims that Marvel doesn't follow things know for a fact that something isn't something when he doesn't know how these people would interpret it or show it? This is a person who point blank constantly craps on Endgame by saying they didn't do this right, they didn't do that right, and now he's sitting there, no, that's not that, because look, it doesn't look like it at all, blah, blah, blah. Contradiction.
I don't know. Contradiction, my butt. Two things.
Contradiction.
One, these are all theories. I'm not saying I know anything. I'm going off my own thing, first of all. Second of all, well, there you go. Are you happy now?
Well, that's what you need to be saying right now. I'm not saying you're wrong. I am by no means saying you're wrong.
I think you need some Lagos paper towels. You got a little ego dripping from your mouth.
I saw that one coming.
You guys are gonna make me Phantom Zone you so much that the show's gonna take 3 fucking hours long. Well, no.
You can just leave them Phantom Zone until they, ready to talk again.
I should, eh?
I especially loved. We got to see the mailman one more time, and you notice the logo, his name on his thing. That's what I told you. Presto.
That's what I said to you.
I have a new theory that might actually be frickin' Doctor Strange, and he's just waiting for his. He's been watching this whole time as the mailman. That would be interesting.
And everybody laughed at me. Everyone laughed at me when I said the mailman was intricate to this.
LDG, who
If you
told
were
you about the mailman?
I did not either.
If you were
there you
backstage, I gave you credit. I said I think Deej gave up on the mailman too early. That last mailman scene when he's carrying 9 boxes with a dolly with no freaking. Where's his truck? You're telling me he walked from freaking. He walked from damn UPS with those packages.
I never gave up
He
on
just
the
happens to be in the right spot.
First
I
off,
never gave up on the mailman. I was going to bring that point up later in the show. That
I know, me too. I was the one that
at
told
first
you.
off, I was the one that brought up the mailman from the episode with the dog, like way before. I always said the mailman. So was something.
LDG needs to stay on point. He's giving all his theories and that stuff out. He's supposed to be talking about what he liked, not about everything.
Stay on target.
I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. I
Stay
like
on
everything.
target.
The ending was absolutely the best. The monsters. My skin went off, and especially knowing that Anzo was watching the same thing at the same time. And last thing I'm going to say that what I loved about it, and I want to thank everybody who watched. I broke 1,000 views, 1,100 views live on my last WandaVision episode 7 reaction live. So I want to thank everybody.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, it was, dude. That is good, and congrats on that.
Good shit, man.
That's actually the second one. He got over 1,000 views on it. So good job on that one. What I liked is the episode was okay. I liked the reveal at the end with Agatha. I loved when Monica got her powers, man. I like that. And then she tried to go at Scarlet Witch, and Scarlet Witch threw her down. She did the pose on the ground, and then she said, "Do it." You know, Wanda was like, "Oh, don't let me hurt you." She was like, "Do it." Like, you know, do it, because she realized, hey, man, something's wrong with me. I got some powers now, so it's not going to be that easy, you know. And then Agatha comes in right off that moment, takes her away. Mailman follows her. Like I said before, I noticed the mailman from, I think it was episode 2 or 3, and I was like, something's up with that mailman, and I still stuck with that. Those are the things I liked. The reveal at the end, like I said, where the song came up and Agatha was going off. I was like, shit, you know. So that's one of the things that I did like, and when I get into what I don't like, I'll tell you why I didn't like that part. But Danny, what didn't you like about the episode?
I especially didn't like the sidebar when Vision was kind of in the director's chair telling his side of the story, and I didn't like all that. I wanted him to stay like in the scene with Marcy, their banter back and forth. When he break it to the side and talking about this and that, and when they're talking to the camera, I didn't care for that at all. Seemed like they kind of what's the word? So they kind of taking the boys out of it. They had a bigger parts in the last 2. They kind of slowly taking them out the storyline, so to speak. I'm more interested in the boys now because I did a little research, and based on the research I've seen, those boys were made with the essence of Mephisto. So I definitely think Mephisto is going to be the big baddie at the end of this journey. So I don't know whether, Guy Scar said that she needs certain people, certain key elements to open up the portal. And since we saw that eye in that thing, maybe that's the portal. Maybe she got maybe one push where every time she stretches out Wanda, she makes the portal wider and bigger. So maybe that's the key to it. She got to stretch out a certain length, a certain width, whatever. And maybe once she gets to whatever size she needs, then he can come through the portal. I don't know. So maybe that little protective field she's in is actually the portal or the beginning of the portal. So, but like I said, my main thing, I didn't like this particular sitcom where they're talking to the camera, breaking the fourth wall, the Vision doing it. I didn't care for all that. So.
Not a problem.
You hit on a huge point too, by the way. That was an awesome point you made, Danny, about expanding it and what happened with Vision. Because what happened when he went outside, he disintegrated. He was disintegrating. Yeah. So anything that comes out, the only way for it to survive is if that portal is encompassing the entire Earth.
You think so? I just think it was because Vision was created in the portal. That's why he couldn't. He was disintegrating on his way
It's a
out.
possibility. Just another theory brought to you by LDG.
I think maybe the magical properties of that thing can animate dead things, but outside of it can't. So,
well, let's just say this: with all the freaking theories that LDG's been spitting out, one of them's got to be right. So. Keep spitting them out, bro. Keep spitting them out. Whatever.
Shotgun method. I'm just
right.
One of the pellets are gonna
one
hit.
of them's gonna.
There we go.
Let me hear comics. What comic division? What didn't you like about this episode?
I would say like 90% of the episode. Oh man, there's just a lot of things I didn't like about it. I thought the scene when they got the space vehicle to try and ram it through the force field was kind of dumb. It's just like, what was the purpose of that? I mean, ultimately, she just ended up walking through
herself. Yeah.
So I just felt that was kind of pointless. Trying to remember what else I didn't like about it. I didn't like the stuff with Darcy and Vision. I felt like that they just wrote that in there to kind of kill time. It's like, he has the ability to fly. As soon as they encountered hell, honestly, once they started going, he should have just flown off and gone back over there. The other thing too, I'm not a fan of Modern Family. I'm not a fan of that kind of like interview style of TV show. They did it with obviously Modern Family and The Office. I don't care for it. So that kind of killed it. And there was like I don't know, I won't say too many millennialisms in it, but there's this stuff that just kind of irritated me.
Completely understandable. Gaiska?
That's what I get for being an old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's my walker?
Don't worry.
I have to second most of what Comic said. It's just I thought we were past the sitcom phase already. I wanted to see just what is going on, right? So I'm a bit disappointed there. I also found that the episode, again, I was disappointed. I thought it was going to be an hour long, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
The staycation and quarantine comment. Yeah, it's too soon. You shouldn't have said that. I was disappointed who showed up to help Monica. I was expecting to see someone of a higher caliber, and it was just a regular army sergeant from her platoon that serviced with her mom that came out and helped. I thought it would have been somebody else of more importance, or maybe she will have a more importance later on in the whole universe. Who knows? But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I was expecting so much more and didn't get what I expected. So that's why I didn't like it.
Cool. And Chris Knight.
I didn't see it as much like Modern Family. I mean, I didn't mind Modern Family. I didn't watch it like religiously, but I didn't mind it because I think everything they did was comedic. This was not like that. This was very monotone. I guess that's a good way to put. Most of those scenes we saw were very monotone. Even the way Vision talks, during it, he's like, well, why am I talking to you? It's like, it's just, I don't know. It's just all very monotone and muted. And, the whole style, it just, I don't know. There's way too much here that could have been cut out. They could have redone a lot of things and made better use of the time. And we've said that with The Mandalorian at times. This did feel like that fluff, like that just, okay, we got to put something in here, but we got more to tell, but we don't have enough to tell for 3 episodes. We've told them we're going to have 3 more episodes, and let's put what we can in here. And it's just, so, I mean, it was more just monotone and time not used well. That's the long and short of it.
No problem. JJ, anything you didn't like? You muted. Never fails.
Thank you.
Never fails.
Thank you. Thank you. What would I do without you guys? I greatly appreciate the help. I'd never be able to make it to a stream without y'all's help. Thank you. Y'all buckle up and hold on.
Let's do it.
Most off, I agree with everybody else. I didn't. Most everybody else. I don't care for that interview style. no matter what. My ex-wife used to watch that shit, and I told her one time I came out and I saw her watching this dumb shit. I don't know what the hell it was. I told her, I said, "You are now on restriction from watching stupid shit." I couldn't stand it. I was like, okay, all right, whatever. Especially when Wanda goes, "Why are you talking?" Well, if you're being interviewed or so, sometimes you need someone to talk to, but they don't necessarily have that on film. I didn't care for it. And of course, wasn't enough of Darcy standing up, should I say, or more Wanda in some flattering outfit, or Monica even in that outfit with them blue eyes. Oh my God!
Yeah, she looked pretty hot with blue eyes.
Damn right, man. When she came out of the hex, oh man, I was like, fuck yeah. I love blue eyes. It's like a weakness to me, but I saw that. I knew they weren't real, but damn, it was awesome. But yeah, all in all, I agree with comics. The moment that light turned red, Vision should have taken off right there. Flew away. I'll see you there. That was completely stupid. His interview, I agree with everybody else. And I've said this before. Vision doesn't have emotion. He's just a synthetic life form. When he got angry a couple episodes back, I'm like, okay, this is new. And now he's just got this nonchalant, I don't give a shit fucking attitude. And he realizes, why am I talking to you? I'm like, yeah, why aren't you a little bit more calculating than you normally are? He actually was human. So, and last but not least, what I really didn't like, man, my throne looks nothing like that.
Your throne room?
My throne don't look nothing like that. Remember, I'm coming in at the end. Anyway, no, seriously, I'm there was very little small particular things I liked about the episode. Most of it was just blah to me. It's like, okay, y'all could have done this a lot better, but that's why I also think it's a filler episode. The only thing I really liked was the women.
Can't blame you there.
So,
Definitely.
yeah.
This episode's been nothing but a showgirls for you, hasn't it?
Well, they ain't
Just
no
watch
titties,
porn,
but
man.
It's
Just
like
watch
everything
porn,
I hear
brother.
you like. It's
Pornhub is free, my brother. I
know. I watch it.
You know what I mean? But
You're up next, Josh.
yeah, man. I understand what they were trying to do with making the scenes the B story with Vision and Darcy. They were trying to make it funny and comedic. Flatline completely. It's supposed to be there like to annoy you and irritate you. Like, oh, isn't that funny? Like, oh, I can't get through the traffic light. It's like, and then Vision just flies away. It was really stupid and took away from the real story of Agatha and Wanda. It's not like I just forgot. Like sometimes a B story can make you forget. Like, oh yeah, now we're ready for the meat. I didn't. I was just like, let's go back because this is so stupid. Either go through the light, go around the light. Vision, get out of the car and take Darcy with you, fly with her or something. And then Vision like breaking the fourth wall. It's like, was he also talking to Agatha? That kind of doesn't make any sense. It made sense for Wanda to, didn't make sense for Vision to. So that seemed like a little bit of a plot hole and seemed very silly. But yeah, other than that though, love the episode. But it just so happened that that's like, 30% of the episode. So that's it.
Cool. Not a problem. Deej, you're up next.
I have nothing to add because I've already said I hated the format of the episode, the way they talked to the camera and everything else. That was my biggest gripe.
Cool. Positive candor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to kind of agree with everybody's complaints about it. The whole vehicle trying to get through the force field was convoluted at best. And then, just spit it out and... it's like didn't really serve a purpose at all. The whole them, especially Vision and Darcy interaction. They did say some important things, but then once Vision's outside of the van just talking to whoever, that was dumb. It just took you out of the show in a way for a moment when they did those scenes like that and everything to me. So it was weak and until the very end, and then then they slammed you over the head with with the obvious.
All right, and LDG, you are up.
I don't know. Like I said, some of the scenes, like you were saying, with Vision getting stuck and whatnot. I get how you couldn't like it. Again, though, at first he wanted to bring her with him, so that's why he didn't just fly around. Now, why didn't he just grab her and fly? I have no clue. But again, I think he just got caught in that hole. She's like, "Let's get in the car and go," and he just went along with it. But I think it all had some kind of purpose. It just wasn't exciting as some people would rather want it to have. But all in all, if there's anything I actually hated about it, I didn't really find anything there. I enjoyed it. I know we all know this is leading up to the last two episodes, which is going to be spectacular. So they're going to have a little dip in the plot, right, leading up to it, and then of course the ending, which was like, okay, it's game now. It's no more sitcoms, no more playing around. The table has been set. The you know what I mean. We're gonna get into some heavy duty 2 episodes of everything we want plus more. Whether that leads to the Ego Stone or the Infinity Stones or Mephisto or whatnot, I have no clue what that book's about. But I didn't really not like anything from this. I thought it was great episode. You really didn't not like. I really did not like this. There you go. Is that a good double negative for you?
Use your English.
No, I said you didn't not like anything.
Oh, I thought I said I did not.
So he liked everything.
Yes, he liked everything.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go with like mostly what everybody said. I didn't really like the format either of the talking to the camera, and that scene with Vision where he's finally like, "What am I doing here?" And then he stands up and walks, but then the next scene he's flying from the truck. So I'm like, okay, I don't understand the way they were.
It's pretty typical Modern Family, which is kind of annoying about it.
Yeah, it was definitely annoying. That's probably the only. Oh no. Okay, so the reveal of Agnes, I loved it, but because of this fucking dude here in the bottom, I hated that scene. I was like, motherfucker, can we please cut this shit out? Oh my god, I was rolling my eyes and shit. I was like, fuck. So
if
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, just on that note that you just said, guys. All right, you don't like the interview part, okay? And even though I'm like, it kind of helped at the end when you found out she was behind the camera to give you that hint to connect the dots that she's in control of the TV show. She has power at will to do whatever she wants inside there, right? The other thing it did was, remember the episode where things started changing to color? Mm-hmm. And they saw everything changing to color.
Right.
Which means they saw black and white. They were Agatha is controlling reality. She is changing it all, and they're interacting with it. It just goes to further the plot that we're not just watching a TV show. Reality is the TV show, and that went perfectly with Vision having that "what am I doing here" moment. And then what does Agatha do? She cuts reality back to where it's supposed to be, and you see him running out. It's just she is controlling more than what we think. We're just ignoring some of these clues because we think we're watching a TV show. You know what I mean? So our brain doesn't make the connection, but she's slapping us in the face
No,
and saying,
I get what you're saying, but I still don't like the format.
No, we already figured that one out a few shows ago, LDG. Because remember, I asked the question. Okay, Wanda wants them out. Who's broadcasting a signal of a show? And we all came to the conclusion it was probably Agatha doing it.
Yeah.
We knew it was somebody other than Wanda.
There's a difference between the broadcasters. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people were just saying, "Oh, it's a broadcast." No, it is the TV show in reality. That's
Right, but
the
the
show
signal
in
comes
reality
from the
itself. Black and white, color, the interviews, the
No, I understand
rewinding.
that.
All
Yeah,
of
I
it is
understand all that.
really actually happening.
Okay, I got all that. I'm just saying, you
Yeah.
know, when they found when Darcy found the signal,
Of course, it's all actually happening.
you know.
Well, yeah,
of
duh.
course.
I think that's a
Of
duh
course,
statement.
I thought it was a valid
Or it's
question.
not happening. What do you think about that?
Well, there is a chance. Hey, there is a chance of that.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, with that being said, we'll get into our final thoughts, our grades, and theories for the next episode. Comic Chat. You were up. Tell the people, sir. Talk to them.
I'm gonna give this episode C plus. Was not the worst. Was just not the best. The last few minutes of it saved it for me. I think Mephisto is going to be there. I don't even know if he's going to see this so-called Luke Skywalker moment. That might have been some smoke and mirrors, something good to say to kind of get the crowd involved in it. I don't even know if he's going to have a Luke Skywalker moment. I think it's going to be Mephisto. He's going to probably be somebody we least suspect or
Darth Vader moment.
or something. I just don't know. I'm not too sure about that Luke Skywalker moment. I'm thinking that might have been something to try to just draw interest and draw more excitement to this. But definitely like the in-scene credit idea. I thought they should have done it 2 or 3 episodes back, at least 2. Something Gascar said earlier I want to make a point on. This right here is like that Fat Thor. It went on too long. I think I said this the last stream was on. The Fat Thor moment went on too long. This sitcom is going on too long. I hope next week they don't have this sitcom theme. Just go ahead and show us from Agatha what she got planned, and this last 2 just need to be knock our socks off. But
Well, I think at this point they've run out of decades, so I think we're stuck in the modern times at this point.
Yeah.
I hope so. But they kind of revert back and went to the monsters. I mean, that was back in the 70s. So I don't know.
That was showing each level of what she was doing, supposedly.
Yeah.
Monsters was 60s.
But I just think Mephisto is going to show up. I don't know who he's going to be. I don't know whether he's going to that gateway that's opened up is the gateway, the actual bubble, or is he already manifested himself on Earth as that sword leader? I don't know, but I definitely think the baddie is going to be Mephisto. I'm not sure about anybody else.
Alrighty. Comic Division.
I'd be very surprised if it was not Mephisto at this point.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm kind of hovering at a C- to a D for this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, didn't care for it. The only thing I really knocked my socks off was the end.
Any theories or predictions of how it's gonna go?
I'm gonna leave that to
LDG, right?
LDG.
For real, at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
Gashka.
I give it a C-. Like it said in the circus banner up there, it says "Fool the guesser." That's what they're doing. I think we're going to be guessing wrong a lot, but I think that she needs the twins. That's why she brought in that Quicksilver from another multiverse in order to have the kids, the twins, Wanda and Quicksilver there to open up or summon that portal. I think it will end up being either Mephisto, the ultimate, but I still think Nightmare is involved in there somehow as well. So we'll see what happens.
Chris, are you paying attention?
Yeah, he's paying attention. Why?
Oh, okay. I just want to say when someone else throws in a little, well, when this happens, and when I say it, I get my ass chewed up. When someone else says it, and you're dead silence, quiet.
But he's not sitting there. But he's not sitting there, like he's speaking a fact.
I was right. I
He doesn't have a Men in Black video ready to go, man.
I just want to just point that out.
No. It is how you do it. It is your delivery. It is, I'm right. Look, I was right. You're still on a theory level.
I will just say this.
Wait. I'm going to use one of his favorite terms. Order of operations. You formulate, you formulate, you watch, you do your you do your
dissection,
experiments, whatever, and then you come up with, this is what I found. You are still in the theory and testing phase. You are acting like you have it.
I will say this though. Last week you were right in the LDG bandwagon though.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he was.
I am not. Wait,
That's
no.
what I'm saying
I am still not saying he's wrong.
Okay.
I still think he is probably right, but I don't like that he's automatically assuming and telling everybody I'm right when you've got part of it right.
2 episodes left. I agree.
And I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying somebody
Humility.
else just did the same thing, and you did not jump on that bandwagon. I was
But
just
he
saying.
didn't.
All right, go on.
He did not
Sorry.
say it with absoluteness. He did not say it with absoluteness.
I believe.
So Chris,
Exactly.
give your grades and final thoughts theories.
Probably about a C. I give it about a C, just
Okay.
because the ending saved it. And here's the thing. Let's just go through this real quick. We know Wanda stole Vision. Now she may have been under somebody's control. I don't think it was Agatha's. This is what I think. Wanda stole Vision, but not really. I think Hayward has something to do with that. I think Hayward set the trap, got her to do it because he knew that she would figure out a way to get him back together. She runs. She wants to be left alone. She wants to be with her husband, this man she loved, this thing she loved, whatever. And she goes to this place called Westview, Eastview, whatever it's called. And she goes, she sits down in the middle of this place, maybe protects it with a bubble at that moment, or protects it, the house with a bubble, trying to stay away from everybody. Here's the deal. Remember that Agatha was Wanda's mentor and teacher. Now, I'm going to go into the comic books. And I don't know if they're going to follow this that much, but Agatha Harkness was the mentor and teacher of Wanda, or of Maximoff, or Scarlet Witch, whatever you're going to say. They were more allies than enemies. Now, Wanda is one of the most powerful people or beings in the MCU or of Marvel characters. We know that. How could Agatha take over her? I think what we saw in this is when you see her come down during the black and white was Wanda was already there. Agatha figured out, hey, this is somebody with powers, and I could use this for something. Maybe because she's working with somebody else that is trying to use Wanda. And in the moment when Wanda wasn't looking, that's when Agatha took control. And she took control of her in a way that only could be done because Wanda wasn't ready for it. She didn't know it was coming. It was like a sneak attack. She took over, and that's how that happened. And I still think that the mailman and the beekeeper are bigger than we know. Even if we know that they're big parts of this, I don't think we know how big their parts are. That guy that went into the tunnels or into the sewer, we have not even heard, know, or anything. It maybe that's, we got to figure out who that guy is. Where is he? They haven't talked about him. And you don't just put a guy underneath there, make him go into the hex, show him in an episode coming out of a manhole, and have somebody say no, somebody do something, and then just poof, no talk, no word, no nothing. That guy is a lot bigger than probably anything. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong on that. Because it is a theory, but he has not been seen, heard, talked about, rumored, a picture. They didn't talk about him.
It may not be important then. Who knows?
But why forget about him? Listen, that's a guy in S.H.I.E.L.D. They don't just ditch their people. They're still worried about the people in the Hex, but they're not worried about him.
He could have just been wiped from existence.
Yeah,
he could have been wiped. That's exactly what my theory was.
Okay, but here's the thing. If he's wiped from existence inside, that's fine. But they're still going to want to look for him. They're worried about Darcy. They're worried about Monica. They're worried about Wanda. They're worried about everything else in there except for this one guy. What?
All of a sudden now. All the people who knew about him are clowns now.
But that's the thing. They're worried about all those people except for the one guy that we know nothing, have not seen or heard anything about. They haven't talked about it. That's not how this has been working. They're talking about all these people. They're trying to figure out who the people are in the TV show. They're trying to figure out all these things, but they haven't talked about him. Trust me, that guy is coming back somewhere, somehow. Now, last but not least, like I said, this could all not be real at all. This could be a part of Nightmare's dream world. Just a theory. It could be. But those are my thoughts on this currently. I think that the scene we saw where Agatha came flying in during that 50s scene, that made it look more like, here I am and I'm going to take over now. I don't think she was in charge right from the get-go. That's why I still question how many people are in control of who. I still think there's 2 or 3 more people in control of things, and it's a bunch of people fighting for control over things. And the person who's going to lose out in all of this is everybody but Wanda, because Wanda's going to flip her lid, and you're going to see how powerful she is.
All right,
I think
JJ?
Agatha is the director and Mephisto is the producer.
Well, that's possible.
That could be right.
One last thing, though. Your Luke Skywalker moment, something nobody would see. Well, maybe you see it, but you don't think about it. Could be the fact that Scarlet Witch, they introduce her as Scarlet Witch, flat out, and she is so powerful she starts effing people up. That could be the thing where she becomes the main baddie. She snaps and she becomes the baddie. And Agatha and all these other people who think they have control of this situation don't really. And then we find out that, while they were controlling her, they weren't really controlling her. She was still doing things.
All right.
I mean,
JJ. Oh, sorry, Chris. You finished?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. JJ, you're up.
The entire episode, I'll give it a strong C. It wasn't as good as the others, but it leaves room for improvement. We'll just have to wait and see for the last 2 episodes. I have no theories because, like I've said before, I don't really know none of this stuff. I'm finding the show entertaining, after the first 3 episodes anyway. And that's all I really got to say about it. I'm just enjoying it, trying to enjoy it as entertainment. Cool. And so far, I am thoroughly starting to get into the show.
Good. Movies. Josh.
What's going on? I'll actually contrast what JJ said, and I might have at first tried to watch this show as entertainment, but now it's become a mystery and both, I guess, a competition with either Chris or LDG and everybody else, and it's great. By the way, I love it. I love that. I will give the episode though B-. I liked a lot of the stuff more than other people did, except for that small part. I have a lot of stuff written down, but I'm only going to say a couple things. For time's sake, I'll let you talk about the mailman, LDG, even though I said that to you in the back room. But I will talk about the mole on Agatha's back. I think that's very important, and it relates to something because they totally cut away from it, and you wouldn't do that on purpose. And everybody's reaction to whatever the mole was very. They were creeped out, they were weirded out, and they even cut to Wanda in her interview saying, I'm fine. She's not fine. It was something messed up. Maybe it's Mephisto's face. I really don't know. I actually don't even want to know. I'm fucking terrified to know what it is. But a mole, I think, just like they had mentioned herrings before in the last episode, I think that was referring to a red herring, like they had given us a red herring with Quicksilver. I think there could be possibly a mole that's working for Agatha, literally, instead of just being metaphorical. And I think that her Luke Skywalker moment, I'll give you this, LDG. I think it might be Doctor Strange. Everybody's been talking about it since.
How is that?
I would not consider this to be a Luke Skywalker moment. Though.
It isn't. Because
Oh, you guys are expecting it? You guys
I
are
expect it.
Strange? Okay.
I
fair
don't
enough.
think that guy was saying it right. I don't think he knew what he was saying when he said Luke Skywalker. Because didn't he say like Luke Skywalker or something?
Wait. Time out. Can I say one thing before we go too much farther on this? Okay. Luke Skywalker moment, and when he said it, the guy, Vision's actor, that's the one that said he'd been wanting to work with this guy forever, right?
Yeah.
He's already worked with the guy. He's already worked with Doctor Strange. They did the movie. They did a movie with him.
They weren't on set. Blah blah. I mean, there's all that stuff.
I still think that he was around. I may be wrong, but I just don't. That seems too expected.
Well, you're talking about Infinity Wars. They didn't have any scenes together.
Right.
That doesn't mean you don't see the guy.
Yeah, but that's not really working him.
Yeah, but still, you're right. You're right. I am expecting. I expect Doctor Strange. I do expect Doctor Strange.
I do too.
But I like Chris. I do like what you said about Director Hayward. He obviously has a plan. Maybe he works with Hydra. I think that's possible. Also, that those people were the Skrulls. I know they might bring them in. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to take up too much time because I do have a whole list here. But yeah, that's it.
Well, wasn't there an announcement that there was going to be an Avengers appearance in one of these episodes? One of the Avengers?
No, that was rumors.
No. What they did say is that the last episodes are going to have more CGI than Endgame did or Infinity War, one of the two. That's what I heard. So we'll see how that goes.
The last two episodes are going to be completely CGI then, right?
If that's the case, yeah.
Nothing real.
All right. Finally. First, I'll just say B- right off the bat.
Okay.
But I'm going to get to my predictions here.
Mm-hmm.
Your Luke Skywalker moment's going to be Al Pacino.
There's a lot of that going around. Yeah.
No,
there is. Nightmare. Nightmare Mephisto.
He's going to be Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
This nightmare that's going to cause the whole chaos to happen. I think Agatha's being controlled. That's where you're getting the mole reference. She's being controlled.
Okay.
The nightmare thing's going to carry over into Spider-Man because basically Peter Parker's worst nightmare is to be found out. And we already know Doctor Strange is going to be in the Spider-Man 3 movie. And it deals with the multiverse. Then Nightmare will finally carry over from there, and that's where Doctor Strange is where you're going to be introduced with Mephisto.
Gotcha. Alrighty, and positive candor, your grades and predictions, if you have any.
Yeah, my grade is, I guess a C. I go, kind of in the middle on this one. But where this is going, okay, this is where I think it's going. Whoever is in charge has made a deal with Agatha to be in control. And the reason Agatha's in control and the reason she made a deal with this person is because of, I believe, has to do with her son, Nicholas Scratch. And I think Senior Scratchy is a hint of Nicholas Scratch. That's a huge hint of the rabbit, which he holds and protects pretty much in this episode at the end. I think that is, in a way, her son, and she's made a deal with whoever, probably Nightmare, to get the twins because they are going to be used to resurrect her son, Nicholas Scratch, or whatever you want to call it.
I could actually see that because that would be a reason for her to actually cross Wanda.
Right. And so this So that's why she's in control of things, but not ultimately in control. Okay. They also introduce the Sentry in this episode. The Strong Man has the S on his belt, like the Sentry does. The Sentry is Marvel's version of Superman, basically, and being strong like Superman. Hence, you got the big S on his belt type deal. So, what
I thought Hyperion was more of Marvel's Superman.
Well, the Sentry also is
okay.
It has, the same superhuman strength and all that stuff. Yeah, and I've heard of the Al Pacino rumor as well. But not as Nightmare as Magneto, possibly.
Wow, I don't know about that,
but I mean, they could still bring in. I mean, to me, they need to bring in more than one person. So, yeah, or bring in Sir Ian McKellen as Magneto. Whichever. I don't care. I think Magneto will be featured in this. I think that's going to be probably one of the few ways to break her out of this besides Doctor Strange. Now, I would love Nightmare to be played by Mark Hamill as well. Believe me. That's to me your Luke Skywalker moment, having the same actor.
Literally.
He's freaking Luke Skywalker in it. I mean, that's the perfect thing. But I think I'm beginning to think that Haywood is actually Nightmare. And the reason I say that is because he was experimenting using Vision to kind of recreate Ultron, probably in a way. He was definitely going to use Vision as a weapon. And I think just all these, and the reason I think it's Nightmare especially is because of the blip. The blip has a huge reason for all these souls coming back that were previously gone. And I think it's manifested in a way through Haywood. So I would not be surprised if he is Nightmare either. Because I think he is a baddie. Definitely one way or another. So those right now are my main theories that I'm going on.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Give you a grade?
Yeah, so to C.
Okay, C. And LDG, grades, theories.
I'm gonna give this episode a B+. I quite enjoyed it. Maybe there were some things that could have made it better. But I overall enjoyed it. Now, as far as theories are concerned, and I had to do my homework on this last episode, hardcore, and make some adjustments. But obviously, and again, this is all my theory here, guys. We don't know exactly what's going to happen until the next two episodes, but I have a pretty strong feeling Hayward's a red herring. I think Hayward's just going to be, he's just either has something to do with Hydra, or he really is just a stinking asshole that is on, in charge of SWORD. I don't really think he has much to do with it. I do think, and I am thinking that Agatha came into this with a purpose. And someone made a point that in the comics, Agatha is Scarlet Witch's mentor. I think this is where that begins. I think this is her becoming her mentor. Because what did she say? We finally get to meet, she says. You know what I mean? There is no history. That this is it. This is them meeting. Mm-hmm. And she could have killed Wanda. Right now, she is more powerful than Wanda. She is Queen frickin' Witch right now. Okay?
Only because I think she caught her off guard. But okay, I mean, I'm good. Go.
So I think, Leslie, I think this is where we're going to see that. Now that purple mist that went over her eyes, I don't think that was controlling, because what's the first thing that Monica did when she got her purple eyes? She had free will to turn her head towards. Why would Agatha be talking to herself if she is Quicksilver and now she is Monica? I think that purple eyes, actually, what that might have been.
Monica didn't say anything in that scene, though.
Well, she still turned her head after she had the blue eyes when she reacted to Quicksilver, when Quicksilver said Snoopers will be a snooper. It just didn't add up. Like, why even have that scene? Why is he even there? If that purple mist was just to take control of you, what was with the interaction after? That just, it doesn't add up. What I'm thinking that might be is there is something going on. Okay, there is an underlying thing, and I've been saying that it's obvious to everybody, whether it's Mephisto, whether Wanda made a deal with the devil to try to get Vision, because her only goal is to get Vision. The WandaVision, as far as WandaVision is concerned, and this was said in the very first episode, how to treat your man to keep your man. That is her goal. What can she do to get Vision back? And what did Agatha say? That Ralph. And by the way, real quick, I think I don't know if anybody saw the articles on this, but I did some research, and a lot of the names that people are looking up in WandaVision, it's funny how we can like look up references. Like, for instance, the space engineer guy was a reference if you looked it up on Google. I'm going to throw in the pot that it isn't. Who did you say you thought it was going to be? Of Mephisto, the actor that he hasn't worked with yet?
Al Pacino.
I think it might be Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes. His name's Ralph.
Well, they call it
Ray Fiennes. Well, it says here Ralph. His name's Ralph Fiennes.
Pronounced Ray Fiennes.
Oh,
that's right.
But it's spelled Ralph.
I know.
And he's never worked with the guy. And he is iconic. I mean, the guy was in freaking. He was Voldemort.
He was Voldemort.
He was Voldemort, for God's sakes. Don't know. I think the one that you said would be a better match, but just want to throw that in the pot because that was the only reference to Ralph that I could find. But remember what Agatha said, her husband, in which I do believe we're going to find out, because even in the comics, we never find out who the husband is of Agatha. It's an unknown. So there's unknown territory. They can fill in the blank. I think we're going to find out it is Mephisto. They do have an intimate relationship. And that she says that her husband needs to learn how to goose his wife to keep his wife. So I think she's trying to teach him a lesson. She came across, she saw that maybe her and Wanda made a deal somehow to try to get Vision back, and she's trying to throw a huge wrench into that. And it has something to do with Mephisto might have it, because if you guys remember the commercial, right, there was a red light in the top right hand corner of the Nexus. And if you look at the medicine cabinet, some of the medicines were not labeled, like they had their labels removed. And that maybe Mephisto is doing something to destroy the multiverse. And this is going to lead up to that, of course. I think, in fact, that has something to do with the children. That was the deal she made. I'll get your Vision back, but guess what? You're having some kids, and I need those kids to do something with the multiverse. I think Agatha sees that. I think she didn't take the kids. I think she's protecting the kids. I think she's taking them away somewhere to protect for the children, and protect the kids from Mephisto. But in the end, I think Wanda is going to blow up, and that hex is going to go around the entire Earth, causing a whole. I think that's where the multiverse is gonna. Earth will be the center port, the crossroads of all these multiverses happening at once. Now, as far as the egos,
just take my fucking theory.
No,
yes, you did.
I've been building on this.
To say that, bro. Don't even come at me. I was the first one to say that hex was going to blow up.
Hanzo was.
He did.
Okay, and that's fine. And what got me was the episode where she expanded it. And how did she expand it? What was the main emotion that made it expand it way too far?
Anger.
Rage.
Was it rage,
Absolute
or was she trying
emotion.
to protect Vision?
She was trying to protect Vision.
It was all of those.
No. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
It was that she was trying to save Vision, but what did Agatha do right before she did it? She pissed her off with that freaking "your husband can't die twice" comment.
That wasn't
overcharged it.
But yeah.
What? It was Agatha. Agatha made for
never mind.
Quicksilver say it. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
No, LDG
Totally.
though, I do agree with the first thing that you said though, LDG. Something is happening. Yes, something is happening. That
Something is happening behind the hand, but what Agatha did, and I'll stand by this. What Agatha did, all the stuff that she was doing, she isn't under control of nobody. She is Queen Witch. She did all that. She is a main player. There might be another player, but they ain't controlling her. She is doing everything that she's been doing of her own free will.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
I think the mole.
Don't feed into him, please.
That felt good. That was like a nice wet.
I say something really quick?
Cool cloth right there. Thank you. Appreciate the love.
I think this goes back to your nemesis. I don't think anything that's as big as Nemesis we're going to see it. I think something like Nemesis is a big baddie, and we may be leading to that. And that's why I kind of agree with you. But think of this. Nemesis is brought on by loneliness, by desperation, by
all those
fear,
emotions.
rage.
Yeah.
She is starting to show all of those. Desperation. I think the when she expanded it, it was desperation. She couldn't lose him. It's like she's done all of this so far. She believes she's done all of it. Whatever. Who cares? She was desperate to keep him alive. And the only thing she could think of at that moment was this, because I can't get there quick enough. I have to do this.
There's a small chance. Sorry.
Okay.
No, I didn't know you were finished. Sorry.
I was
and
say,
I think there is a small chance that the Ego Stone might still be. I'll tell you this much: if there is one more commercial, you damn well know it's going to be the Ego Stone related.
And LDG, we have our battle. Remember, we still have our little friendly battle. Because I still think that was the Ego Stone, but it's all right though. Because the last line of the last line.
Let's talk about it backstage. Definitely, I'm down for it.
We'll talk about backstage.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you will.
But but if I can I'll just bring it home real quick, guys, because I do have a list just to make sure I was thorough here, since I'm being recorded for posterity over there. I think Scratch something has something to do with it, because I think Agatha. Remember the commercial, guys, when everybody's saying they think that's Scarlett's parents? That makes absolutely no sense. I have a very strong feeling that's actually Agatha and Mephisto. And it tells a story, if you watch it, that ends with Agatha losing her child. Now, there was people saying, well, why is there two skin colors of the children? And people are automatically assuming those kids are related. But if you look at the commercials, it could just be the son, and that's her best friend the whole time. It could just be one child, and Agatha lost her child. And it could have been because of Mephisto, or something lost in the Nexus or something. So much so that she named a rabbit after him, and that's his name too. I mean, he actually named that rabbit his son. So I think that has something to do with it. All in all, Mephisto is going to be the big bad. I don't care what China says, and I think it's going to end in catastrophe. But the one thing I can say good that's going to happen is we'll finally have our answers, but they're going to leave us on a huge cliffhanger that is going to lead into either another show or the season 2, or what I think they're going to do is they're going to do this where it goes from series to series and comes back again between things.
It's leading right into Doctor Strange madness.
No, it's Doctor Strange. That's what I'm saying. It's going to lead into something else. That's what I was trying to say.
Leading into Spider-Man.
No, it's been confirmed that it's leading into Doctor Strange, multiverse.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the mole, I think, it's a side thought. I still think the mailman might be Doctor Strange, but I think that's the mole. I think Agatha and Doctor Strange might be in cahoots, and that's who she's saying. Who is inside working for her? The mailman. He's inside the freaking hex working for her, just sitting back, looking, not playing his cards yet, waiting to see what's happening, because obviously the big bad is Mephisto. Something's effed up's happening there. And I think that purple mist is her cutting off. She's going to have a private conversation with Monica and Wanda next episode. That's what that purple is, to cut her away from whatever force it is and saying, all right, you and I need to talk. You know what I mean? Like, seriously. Because you don't say that. You don't say, I finally get to meet you, and then just control the person. I think they're going to have a private conversation, and that's what those eye things were, was to cut her away from reality and have a private conversation.
So which theory are you now going with? Because you've got like 70 out there.
You know what the funniest thing is? If you take them all, they all could be right at the same time. So
Hey,
Deej, what are you going to say?
I am reading a article right now that the director of WandaVision does confirm WandaVision leads into Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
I mean, it could lead into both. It could lead into Doctor Strange.
It could lead into both. Why couldn't it lead into both?
It does. He also states that it's direct ties to Spider-Man 3 and Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I totally see that. I totally see them doing that because that's the next step.
We knew for a long time.
1, 2, and 3 how they were doing it. They're keeping the same model.
Well, we knew for a long time that this was supposed to actually be one of the last things they released in this TV thing. It's just we all kind of tried to figure out why are they putting it here when we heard it was going to be way back there.
Hey, LDG, what was your grade for the episode?
It was a B plus. And if I can, because I don't think nobody even talked about the beekeeper. If I can have one more comment, because Chris mentioned the beekeeper, I want to put this dead to rest. Okay. They turned Sword into clowns. Okay. Why did they turn that one Sword agent into a beekeeper? Well, first he was wearing a suit, so it had to be something related to the suit. You notice his rope was turned into a rope to disconnect him. And what was the scene that happened right before the beekeeper went in? The radio scene with the neighbor. And what happened when they broke through the radio? We saw the first person, the only person to truly come out of it. We're not talking about what happened at the office, because that was fake. The blonde chick truly came out of her when she was like, "Who are you?" And then Agatha blew up the radio. She went back into her trance. So at that moment, they realized that a radio signal can cut it off. So what happened when the beekeeper was going in the bubble? What was the last thing they said to him? We're keeping an open radio con with you. So not only were they connected by a rope, but they were connected through an open channel. So she broke the length by making it the jump rope and snapping the jump rope. How do you stop the radio signal so that person becomes under your control the second you get in there? Bees interrupt electromagnetic waves. That's what the bees were for. It cut off his radio signal. And if you listen to him as soon as he passes through the gate, even when he's under the tunnel, the last thing you hear is, "Can you hear me?" You hear the radio dying out. The radio signal, the bees cut off the radio signal, instantly turning that beekeeper under the spell of the control. And then what happens? Time rewinds. He comes outside. Time doesn't rewind outside. It only rewinds inside. He rewinds backwards out the gate, which formats him from reality. He never comes back in. The people outside don't know what the hell's going on, because obviously they told the guy, this is your mission. Find out more about Wanda. They didn't expect him it wasn't like I just step in and come back out. They were expecting him to still be in there. So obviously they didn't say anything about it. But that's what happened.
Quick.
He's dead. He's gone.
I have to go. The thing is, they haven't talked about him. They haven't talked to him at all. They haven't talked about him. I mean, you don't just fine. He's dead. You've got to talk about him. They haven't even
plot hole.
Yeah, maybe. I'll give you that.
Really quick. Like it was pointed out in the chat earlier, does Star Trek ever talk about the red shirts?
That's not the same thing, though. In this, they're talking about the people that got taken over. Anyways,
that's exactly what he was.
Yeah.
The red shirt.
Yvette.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Yvette is absolutely right. I am the ego stone, so just watch out. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta go to another stream. Thank you very much, guys.
I'm gonna give my final thoughts, and then we're gonna close it up because I gotta go too.
I have to go now.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you, Anzo. Thank you as always. LDG. I do like your theories, and they do make sense. Okay, so don't think that. Just back off until we're done, and then say, "I told you so." That's when you do it.
Oh, it's coming. Right. God forbid.
Okay. All right, guys.
Yeah.
My grade. Yeah, you too, JJ. Take care.
Yeah, I got to get to you. Everybody have a good night.
Take care.
My grade. I'm giving it a B. I thought it was a pretty decent episode. My theory, and I'll say it real quick so we can close it up because I gotta go too. I think Agatha needs Monica and Wanda to open up a porthole to get Mephisto in there, and she's using the kids to be some kind of host or their essence to help bring Mephisto in there. That's what I think. I don't think she's in there to try and help Monica or anything like Wanda or anything like that. I think she's in there to help bring Mephisto in there, or maybe the child, because I did read about the rabbit being her son. So that could be a very interesting thing in there. Plus, when she first introduces the rabbit, she says the star of the show. So that could be definitely talking about the rabbit being the star of the show, where she's trying to bring her son back. So
interesting.
Good one, Anso. That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
So that's what I think. But at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say I was right, like LG. But
you don't have a Men in Black video queued up?
Who, him? No,
Anzo. Yeah, Anzo. You don't.
No,
have
I don't have that. He has the Man in Black one. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna close it up. We're almost 2 hours. It was a great stream today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody's saying the mailman is Doctor Strange. I think it's Wong.
I don't think the mailman's Doctor Strange.
I think it's Wong.
We'll see who it is. I'm definitely not sure. But Comics, tell the people about your channel so we can close it up, sir.
Hey everybody, you can follow me on Minds and Twitter and the YouTubes at Comics Vision.
Excellent, and make sure you guys check it out. His channel is in the description box below, as everybody is on here. So make sure you check them all out. Gaishka, you're up.
Since you're on a rush, man, check out the link, Chaos Central. Check out our shows. That's where you'll find me.
All right, Positive.
All right. Positive Candor, YouTube Positive Candor, and on Twitter at Positive Candor.
Excellent. Movie aficionados, Josh.
Movie aficionados on Facebook and YouTube. Love you guys. 3,000. Bye.
Peace. Deej.
I'm Deej. I'm just the odd one. Follow me, Deej Odyssey, here on Twitter, and not everyone is below.
Definitely not the odd one. You're good, brother.
Yeah, but I'm not below.
Yeah, I know. He is. This last egotistical maniac on the bottom here.
I wasn't listed below.
Oh, you're not in the description?
No.
Okay, I'll fix that. Don't worry. LDG, last but not least.
Hey, what's going on? LDG here. Yeah, I'm not the asshole everybody seems to make me be. I'm actually a pretty cool guy, but every now and then when I am right, I do like to gloat.
I told you so.
And so LDG, if you have any computer issues, guys, I've been helping out a lot of people here on YouTube in the community. Anything at all, guys. You have a Mac, you have a PC, you need help with your tech issues, websites, audio, video. I do it all, guys. One man band. And on Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica, I do my entertainment channel where I host the waiting room, letting you know when the YouTube bell sucks, letting you know who streamed, who's streaming, who's going to stream, who uploaded, and maybe even some reviews on people's streams. Check it out. We have a lot of fun, and I posted a link in there if you guys want to talk Wanda or whatever the heck. I have a backstage pass, the best stream online that happens offline. Community chat. Thank you very much, guys. I had fun.
Definitely. It was great having you on. And I will tell anybody in the chat, if you plan to go and talk WandaVision, plan to be there until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, because it will not stop. He will play every single episode. He will literally every second of the episode until he gets you guys to believe what he wants you to believe. So,
and for the record, I was bring a whiteboard.
Yes.
No, don't listen to them. Fake news, guys. We talked about it together, and I was proven wrong about the fly on the wall in the first episode, and I said, you're right. Props to you, man. I was totally dead wrong, and that was a lobster, not a fly on the back of that episode.
It's a cicada, by the way. It's a cicada, not a fly. But
yeah, it is a cicada.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are out. Peace out. Once again, everybody in the chat that came to check us out, do appreciate it. Peace.
We are an unusual couple, you know.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
I told you so. Just doesn't quite
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
Tech Natural is insane. We bring a proper light, cover helicopter light.